Hey friends, welcome to the Awesome Algebro. Today we're going to be taking a look at standard form and how to use it to quickly find x and y-intercepts when it comes to graphing. So standard form is not as commonly used, but is extremely useful for finding the x and y-intercepts of an equation very quickly. It uses the formula ax plus by equals c, where everything's on one side and you have a variable on the other side. Now, as long as you can remember the characteristics of your x and y-intercepts, then it'll help you very much. Like y-intercept means x equals 0. I always think of it in terms of opposites. Y-intercept means x equals 0, but the reverse is true. It means x-intercept means y equals 0. Now, we're going to use that information in order to try to solve for some equations and see how easy it is to find the x and y-intercepts. So we got 2x plus 3y equals 12. We're going to find x and y-intercepts, and we're going to start with the y-intercept first. Okay. Now, what do we know about y-intercept? X equals 0. Now, if x equals 0, then whenever we see x, let's just x it out. So now we have 3y equals 12, which means y equals 4. Well, if we have our x value of 0, our y value of 4, it makes coordinate 0, 4. Now, if we found the y-intercept, let's get the x-intercept. What do we know about x-intercept? That means y is 0. So wherever we see y, if y is 0, let's just x it out. So now we have 2x equals 12, which means x equals 6. So that gives us an easy coordinate of 6, 0. All right, let's take a look at a couple more problems and see if we can figure out what to do. So we got 4x minus y equals 8. And we're going to find the x and y-intercepts just by knowing our characteristics. So y-intercept means x equals 0. Well, if x is 0, let's just x it out. So now we have negative y equals 8. But you normally don't put the negative in front. So instead of saying negative y equals 8, let's just flip the signs, switch the signs, and let's say y equals negative 8. So now to give us some easy coordinates of 0, negative 8. All right, let's solve for x-intercept, where y equals 0. And if y equals 0, let's just x it out. So now we have 4x equals 8, which means x equals 2. And if we have those coordinates where x is 2, y is 0, that gives us coordinate 2, 0. All right, and again, let's solve for one more and see if we can go even faster this time. Negative 3x plus 5y equals 15. And yes, we'll find x and y-intercepts. So y-intercept, x is 0, x it out. 5y equals 15, which means y equals 3. Coordinate 0, 3. All right, x-intercept means y is 0. So let's see the y, x it out. Negative 3x equals 15. Well, we divide both sides by negative 3. It gives us x equals negative 5. And gives us coordinate negative 5, 0. Okay, now let's see how we can convert standard form to slope-intercept form. So standard form is, again, it's not used as often, but it's still useful for your x-intercepts. But slope-intercept form is used very much. That's the most common equation. So let's see how to go from the one that isn't used so much to the one that's used all the time. All right, let's start with this. 4x minus 2y equals 20. Okay, let's get our scales going. And if you look at slope-intercept, y is always on one side. So let's move everything away from the y, starting with the x. Minus 4x here, minus 4x there, these cancel. That will give us negative 2y equals negative 4x plus 20. Okay, last step. Now we have a negative 2 in front of y. Let's get rid of it. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, divide everything by negative 2. Okay, those cancel out. Now let's look at the numbers. Negative 4 divided by negative 2, positive 2. 20 divided by negative 2 is negative 10. All right, that'll give us y equals 2x minus 10, which is very easy to graph in Desmos or any other graphic calculator. All right, let's try another. 2x plus 8y equals 24. Okay, let's make our scales. And let's remove the x from both sides. Minus 2x, minus 2x, cancels. 8y equals negative 2x plus 24. Now, what do we need to get rid of now? We got to get rid of the 8 in front of the y. So divided by 8, divided by 8, divided by 8, divide everything by 8. Cancels. And negative 2 divided by 8, negative 1/4. 24 divided by 8 gives us 3. Y equals negative 1/4 x plus 3. All right, converting slope-intercept to standard form. So now what happens when we take the one that's used a lot and convert it into one that's not used as much, but still good for intercepts. So let's use y equals 5x minus 8, okay? So we make our scales, and if you look at standard form, the ax and the by are on the same side. So we're going to move the x on the same side as the y. So minus 5x, minus 5x, these cancel. What do we have left? Negative 5x plus y equals negative 8. Now, that's not the wrong answer. That is the correct answer. But you normally don't put the first number as a negative. So easy way to do that is just to flip the signs for all of them. What used to be a negative, make it a positive. What used to be a positive, make it a negative. All right, so now it'll be switch the signs, and now we'll get 5x minus y equals now positive 8. Okay, let's try another one. Y equals negative 7x plus 1. Make our scales, make our scales. Let's get the x and y on the same side. Plus 7x, plus 7x. 7x plus y equals 1. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that problem, that's it. That's done. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of math problems and see if we're on the right track. What equation represents the graph below? So we're going to do it in slope-intercept form and then convert it to standard form. All right, if we have a graph, please recognize all you need is 2 points. 1, 2. We're going to do rise over run to calculate the slope. So we see it goes up 1, 2, 3, across 1, goes up 3 across 1. That would be 3 over 1. That's 3. Okay, so y equals 3x. Now, what's the y-intercept? Where is it across the y-axis? It crosses it right there at negative 2. There we go. So that was the answer in slope-intercept form. But let's change it to standard form. So make our scale, make our scale. Let's put the x and y on the same side. Minus 3x on this side, minus 3x on that side. Those cancel. Negative 3x plus y equals negative 2. But that's not wrong, but you normally don't put the negative in front. So switch the sign for all of them. If it was positive, make it negative. If it was negative, make it positive. So now we got 3x minus y equals positive 2. Okay, what graph best represents the solution set of x plus 2y is greater than 2? Looks complicated, but let's change it to slope-intercept form, the easiest form, and see if we can get this quickly. Okay, let's make our scales. All right, minus x on both sides. That'll give us 2y is greater than negative x plus 2. Okay, one more step to go. The 2 in front of y is causing the issue, so let's divide everything by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. These cancel out. And what does that leave us with? Y is greater than negative x over 2 plus 1. That's the one you can easily put in the decimals. Now, remember, though, the characteristics of a greater than symbol, okay? Greater than symbol means it gives you a dotted line shaded up, which is what we have right here. All right, friends, I hope this helped. I hope standard form helps you very much and the conversions on your upcoming tests. Hey, friends, welcome to the Awesome Algebro. Hey, friends, thanks for watching the Awesome Algebro. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for the most awesome algebra tips available. And again, thank you for making me a part of your day.